The opinions, beliefs, and viewpoints expressed on today's radio show and their guests do not necessarily reflect the opinions, beliefs, and viewpoints of Easy Way Broadcasting.
Welcome to Radio Boomers Live, the show about all things human from a baby boomer's perspective. All things hot and all things not. News, reviews, interviews, chat, tech, and what's next. And here are your hosts, Reatha Gray from Betty White's Off Their Rockers and Easy's dad, Jim Zuley.
Good morning, Radio Boomer Livers out there in Radio Land. How do I do that? Radio Boomers Livers and Radio Land or Easy Land? I keep up with everything.
I don't know what we are.
I would say Eric hit quite a home run the other night. What do you think? You made it through there pretty good. It was quite a night.
It was a fabulous event with fabulous people. All the beautiful people were there. The golden carpet was just wonderful. Great interviews, great people.
That was beautiful. That carpet. I mean, wow. It was a different twist. And the golden carpet look, wow, and that, it all came together great. And people came in from all over, and not just all over the state or all over the country. They're from the East Coast, Midwest, Northern California, but even Australia and Europe. I said two things they have in common, a lot of the people there. They had plane tickets and their household names, James Dentley and Frank Shankowitz, and the list goes on and on. Top speakers in the world. But did a good job, Reatha, up there on stage, doing your thing. But I didn't see any twerking.
No, I was very ladylike and very dignified. Well, mostly dignified. But it was actually a really nice event. I met some people some I had interviewed, some that I had talked to before, some that I had never heard of but were fascinating. And then there were old friends like Shelley Hunt there. And it was really a marvelous night. I can't wait until next year's event. But in the meantime, we need to move on to Hot Topics.
Hot Topic time. Drum roll. And with that,
Ripped from the headlines, today's Hot Topic.
Well, my hot topic is a sad one today. We lost Valerie Harper over the weekend, but she fought a valiant fight. She had been diagnosed with brain cancer, I believe it was around 2012, and in 2009, I believe she was diagnosed with some other type of cancer. I know in 2012, she was only given like 3 months to live, and she lived all the way to now. So, she really did fight, and we'll always remember her as Rhoda. Mary Tyler Moore, she was the single woman that had guts, She and Mary Tyler Moore, but the two of them were single women, and they really led the way for us women as being independent and yet at the same time staying feminine, working hard, and, she was a role model both on screen and in real life. I got to meet her when I was working on the Betty White Off Their Rockers, and she came to the screening of the first episode that we had, a little private screening of the cast and crew, and she was just lovely, just a marvelous woman, and like I said, and a role model for us all. So we just want to remember her family this weekend and, say a little prayer for them, but know that she fought a good fight, and we will miss her. Bye, Valerie Harper. And how about your hot topic, Jim?
Well, Reatha, I'll tell you a lot of news going on. I'm going to, we had that big storm in the Bahamas, a shock from Hurricane Dorian, Category 5. That's a big one. And we had houses that were covered in water, cars, wind damage, really severe. and now they're talking about Eastern Florida. So people and the warning is out from Florida to Carolinas. Evacuate now, because this is serious stuff, and the floods and so on. But Hong Kong continues its protest. It's getting kind of touchy over there. Amazon rainforest they're having their fire damage. The governor over there they say that he's not doing enough. I want to see if I could bring Eric on real quick here and touch base on a little bit of, because this is really a hot topic, the big buzz. 3, 2, engineer. Here we go. Okay, Eric, we got you here.
Yeah. Hey. Hi, everybody.
There's a buzz. There's a big buzz going on. Reatha and I were talking about the event that we had, the Golden Gala for supporting the Chuck Children's Foundation. The Easy Way Gold Gala, the carpet and everything, it was beautiful, and the buzz was. They were excited. Everybody was commenting on how exciting it was, and what a great event.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, it was really, thank you. It was a really exciting event, and ultimately the Easy Way family is what made it what it was. I mean, it was a sold-out turnout, as we said, and we did raise thousands of dollars for Chalk Children's Foundation, if anybody's wondering about that. And ultimately, it has gone viral because of all you guys out there. I really appreciate our Easy Way family. You guys have all shared. I'm glad that you guys have all gotten press and had a great experience. It's on Shutterstock, PR Photos, Getty Images, Wire Image, which are pretty major agencies. And then, so many people have done selfies and live stream. Shout-outs to Janet Zipper for her Jay-Z TV Live. She did a lot of great interviews, and Sean D. Stewart, and just so many people I'd love to mention. And IHP, sponsored the event. Their logo is everywhere on everybody's photo, and all the nominees and presenters and the winners. Congratulations to all the winners. So I'm happy. I mean, it just brightens my heart to see everybody appreciative and posting so much afterwards. And let's all form together and unite for the next one, which we're getting ready for as we speak. And if anybody wants to get involved with the next one, next one's going to be a little bit bigger and hopefully going to be at a theater or cathedral or auditorium or something like that. And the gold carpet's a hit. People are loving it, and we're getting ready to piggyback that to go from the Golden Gala to the Golden Stage. That's the next thing we're getting ready for, September 21st. If you are involved with music or you are a musician in any way, we are taping a show called Golden Stage, which is our version of American Idol. We have some really big judges and really mainstream people that are involved. It's also going to be an Easy Way day. It's going to be an awesome networking time. 2 hours of networking as an after party from 10 o'clock to midnight. Drinks, fun, hang out. We're going to have another gold carpet. We have a World Entertainment News Network that's covered and is going to be covering again, and PR Photos. And we're going to do like a mini version of what we did. I'll also be doing my book signing at the event as well, and I know a lot of people are excited about my book, and really appreciate you guys. And we're just going to keep the movement going for God. Right?
Great event for a great cause. Thank you, Eric. And I'll tell you what, total appreciation for what you've done. And it was just a beautiful, beautiful night. But the buzz in the air was people in the comments I heard where people were really excited, and they were, giving me a lot of comments about what a job you did in building all this and the awards and.
What's really cool, Dad, is the legends. The legends that got the awards. I don't know if a lot of people really understand this, but Sharon Lecter and Frank Shankwitz and James Dentley and Shay Vaughn and John Shin and Eric Swanson and everybody else, all these amazing legends, they are going to be looking to give you guys an award that follow in those footsteps. We're trying to help them, leave more of a legacy, and they're going to be involved every year. And, we're doing a lot of business with actually a lot of these legends and stuff. And so it's going to be really cool. Our influencers, our supporters are your influencers and your supporters. And we have a major event coming up. In fact, Sean D. Stewart's going to be coming on the show here pretty soon. Our client, Sean D. Stewart, is doing an event on called Rock Your Gift with Les Brown. I'll be speaking there. Sean D. Stewart, Les Brown, amazing people. They're going to be there, and I would not miss it. I'd get your tickets early. I think we're going to do like a special price on today's show. He did a lot of interviews as well, and he's one of our influencers. He'll be on the cover of Influential People magazine coming up here. And so a lot of exciting stuff, guys. You just got to follow and text the word promote to the number 55678. You know, if you're interested in anything that you hear and you want to follow.
You put a new spin on how to donate, where we even had donations coming in online over the phone. So it was chalkchildrensfoundation.org, right?
Well, basically, if you follow Easy Way Events on Facebook, if you are part of that group, you'll see the link that you can actually go to donate. It's also on EasyWayAwards.com. There's a link that says donate. You can click on it, and yeah, the responses were amazing from every direction, and we really appreciate you guys opening your heart to support the cause.
So even after the event, that's what the new technology, they can continue giving, and by going onto these sites, you know, just because an event's over, you know, it can
one of the things
continue
we're going to do. Sorry to interrupt you, Dan. I want to say this one thing, then I actually got to take off. One of the things we're going to do, guys, is we have some amazing services. Like Patty Sadler is going to be giving an opportunity for you guys to get a book. So we're going to have text-to-win campaigns coming out where you guys can actually get a lot of the services we didn't have time to put on the stage for you to donate. And all you need to do is donate to Chalk Children's Foundation to be eligible to win these amazing, you know, services and these amazing prizes and stuff that we're going to be putting out. You guys will love it.
Well, thank you, Eric. And the time goes so fast, we got to move along. And thank you for coming on, and congratulations again on what you've done there. This is amazing.
And you guys got to go check out my dad and Reatha Gray and all of our people in the book, The Influence Effect. We'll have it available on Amazon, Barnes & Noble stores pretty soon. And just keep sharing and keep following. Thanks, guys. I love you guys. Shout out to the Easy Way family. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Eric. But with
that takes us up to our commercial time. We got to move on to commercial time.
Yeah.
Are you tired of doing business the hard way? Is building your business taking too much time and energy? We can help. Introducing your ultimate solution, Easy Way Business Membership. We're a full-service digital marketing solution specializing in branding and marketing, advertising, and introductions to CEOs and influencers that can help your business thrive. Problem solved. Now you can hire our award-winning team to work for your business. We've received many prestigious awards, including the Digital Trailblazer Award by Hollywood Weekly magazine, and we've been recognized by Congress. For just $11 a day, you'll get more exposure, reach more clients by next month, guaranteed. Here's how it works. You pay one low annual fee of $4,000, and you'll receive consulting, branding, marketing, advertising, social media support, product placement, and business introductions to help your business grow exponentially. And if you need more, we offer SEO, commercial, TV exposure, and much more for an additional rate. To recap, for just $11 a day annual membership fee, you'll receive branding, consulting, business-to-business introductions, advertising, and social media support. But don't take our word for it. Here's what our customers say.
We've been working with Easy Way Eric for the last 6 months, and literally we are slammed with work for 2 months straight, so his marketing definitely works.
To learn more, visit EasyWayNetwork.com or contact us at 877-399-2929. And don't forget to follow us on social media. On Facebook at Easy Way Network, Twitter at Easy Way Broadcast, and YouTube at Easy Way TV.
Yes, indeed. Wow. This is, when you see Eric's book, you see a tornado, and it's spinning, and that's what's going on. This is like a new age, and Eric's right on the pinnacle of it. I say that, and many agree, that he's become basically a portal between the interaction of the, online media, radio, and television. Transition, between the transition and interaction, it's a new world today. I'm just trying to keep up with everything. I mean, I'm still impressed by the television stuff, so he didn't get all this from me. So, Reatha, we have some interesting guests. We've had Denise Burkhardt has been on before, and she is a multi-talented individual. So much so that she became the president of Easy Way TV, and a good-hearted person that is just so gifted in business, and she's just amazing. I could read her bio, but we'd be here for about an hour. So and then we have a master builder, Scott Nugent, and he's traveled around the world helping veterans building buildings for them and housing, shelters, and so on and so forth. He's an amazing, and he's working with the veterans. Okay, situations can be housing veterans, all kinds of situations that could benefit veterans on this project. These people to me are amazing. What he does and what he has done for so many veterans everywhere. And I want to bring them on now. Denise, Millett Burkhardt, and Scott Nugent. You on with us?
Yes.
Okay,
hi, Jim. So it's such a pleasure.
Hi, Denise. Welcome back. We've had you on before, and I told you I wanted to get you back on here because there is so much going on. And the event, you were at the event talking about a tornado. That was static. That was such vibes in there, good vibes. I don't want to say static. I want to say good vibes. You could see the excitement in people's faces, right? I mean, it was,
oh my gosh, it was just absolutely wonderful. The ambiance. I mean, the tables were beautiful. The lighting, the dinner was just wonderful. They had, a different selection of salmon and chicken or vegan, vegetarian, so it pleased everybody. Everyone was so beautifully dressed. That golden carpet was a hit. We got to give some credit out to, Kelly Bennett ran the carpet. Sophia, took care of the inside there. She was fantastic. So was Angelique and, Danella, the whole group, Patty Sadler, Jeff Stansfield, and of course Eric. Eric kept it going, and he was just absolutely, the fun of the party on that stage. And I think everyone had a good time because it was for a good cause and helping the children.
Oh, yeah, the Chalk Children's Foundation. It was, I had, it takes a lot of time to put this together. I don't know if people realize, but you walk around, and it's like a who's who in there. You have John Shin and John Hyland and James Dentley and Frank Woods. There's many more. And
Eric brings all of these, huge influencers in, and everyone's doing it for a good cause and collaboration, not competition. Eric does that golden handshake where he connects you with the people that you want to be connected with that are like-minded and God-fearing.
Yeah, and I miss so many. Sharon Lecter and Catherine Coleman, Bacino, and Bill were there. I could just go on and on. There's so many names, and everybody had such a good time. I had a lot of interesting people at my table. I had we had our own Radio Boomers benefits, Jerry Kane and his wife Karen, and how about the job that the Gift Princess did on her trophies? Wasn't that something? Well, boy,
those
they were
trophies
beautiful.
were beautiful. They were absolutely
the trophies
beautiful.
They really were.
Weren't they?
The plaques, the trophies, everything was really just very upscale. What can we say?
Oh, and our Carmelita saying "God Bless America" so beautifully. Everyone loved that. Gerald Kane got his award for working with the veterans. His wife Karen showed up. Oh, they looked fabulous. It was just so much fun.
And when we had delivery, just the boxes were beautiful. And then you open it up and it's wrapped. Wow, I was impressed. And there was so many awards. Wow, it was exciting. And so, Denise, do we have Scott? Did Scott, was he able to jump on with us here?
Is Scott on?
Looking at the board. Well, I get to see part of it. The engineer can send me little links and things, but I don't know if we have Scott on yet. But Denise, we have something called the Veterans Project, and this is another amazing scenario. 160-something acres out around the Palm Springs area, basically to benefit veterans with housing and so on. Now, this could be a variety of, building projects that we could actually put on the veterans, right? Not just housing.
Yes. Yes, and
yeah.
and Scott's calling in right now, so we'll get him in a little bit more to explain that. But again, this is in Imperial County, California, right by the Salton Sea, and we're able to have Scott build the way that other people can't, so that we can utilize all of the land, efficiently. And so to say, it will be a smart city. So we will have solar, we will have wind, we will have water, and then also the health and wellness center. This is the most important part because, we're not government regulated, so we can put in stem cell research. We can put in the hyperbaric chamber. The hyperbaric chamber just got approved in Arizona because it cures PTSD. Cures it. Now, why are we treating our veterans when we can be curing them?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you want to cure them, not just sweep the dust under the carpet. And
Exactly,
and
because you went out there and you fought for us, you served for us so that we could sit here and enjoy America. We need to take care of our men and women when they come back and make sure that they're up to par because they've defended and protected us. We need to help them when they come back.
Exactly, and they appreciate that too. And now we're talking a pretty good chunk of land there, 165 acres or something. And then I think, let's see, do we have
I think Scott's on. Yes.
Scott, you on with us? Scott Nugent? Okay, we're trying to patch him in now. Sometimes people call in from different areas. And
I'm
Malibu,
texting him, and he's on. He says he's calling in. So.
Okay. I've been talking to people, and you find out they're out in Malibu or something, and all of a sudden, book, you drop call.
Well, if you'd like to get involved with Veterans, we would love that too. We'll be taking donations soon, and anyone that has things that can help the veterans, please email me at dc@easyway.tv. And we'll also be doing a documentary. We'll be filming the growing and building of Veterans. I guess Scott couldn't get in on there. Let me merge him in on my phone. Hold on.
Okay. Yeah, this is a project that, don't be frustrated when you start a particular project.
Okay, we're all on. We have Scott on with us.
Hey, Scott Nugent, master builder, architect, and an individual that donates his time in helping veterans. Scott, welcome to the show, Radio Boomers Live. You're on here with Denise and my host, Reatha Gray from Betty White's Off the Rockers. Hello.
Hello.
Hello,
Reatha,
Scott.
Scott Nugent. Okay.
I'm sorry.
And that's Reatha Gray. Yeah. And we're really impressed on what you've done, Scott. Now, you've been a builder for quite a while, right?
Yes, about 35 years.
So what were you a Legos guy when you were a kid, or what was it that kind of drew you into building? Because that's not an easy business. You get up in the morning, you got to get all your equipment together and all your people and your architects, and it's for your kind of work, when you turn around, you have to show there's something there. What got you involved in building?
When I was a kid, my father was a contractor, and one of the first toys I got as a kid was Lincoln Logs. I don't know if anybody remembers what those are.
I was close. I said Legos. I remember Lincoln Logs. So you took that, and like they say, for a big time, you took it and ran with it to the max, and here you are after accomplishing so much. So you built all over the world, or how's that work out?
Yes, I've built. I built in 36 states and 14 different countries.
Well, that's one way to get to know what's around and the people.
Yeah, the outside of the United States, I built embassies in Bogota, Colombia. I couldn't rattle all of them off right off the top of my head, but I built.
Okay, let me just hit you with this, Scott. Is there one, just real quick? Is there one in particular? If I said, of all the places you built overseas, does one maybe pop up in your mind like, whoa, this was quite a project, or this was unusual or scary or whatever? Does anything pop up that was different?
St. Croix, Virgin Islands.
Virgin Islands.
We were building a telecommunications site for Global Crossings. Global Crossings was the first company to ever actually physically take fiber optic cable from the United States all the way across the pond into Europe. Obviously for, data speed, etc. Unfortunately, they got caught up in the tech boom and went bankrupt eventually. But that was the most intriguing project that I had to do.
Scott, what drew you to Veterans? What attracted you to the Veterans project?
Yeah.
Well, I'm an author, okay, and I posted a post on my political blog that I had finally finished my first book, and that's literally what it said. And Patty contacted me. She's a publisher, and so therefore, in our conversation, she goes, I really need you to talk to someone. Her name's Denise. And therefore, that's how the relationship began. I'm 100% disabled veteran myself, but that's how the conversation got going, and that's how I got involved with veterans. And in San Diego alone, we have 43,000 homeless veterans and veterans' families. And my take on that is, we need to take care of the men and women that took care of us and gave us that blanket of freedom.
So what's your take on veterans? Sounds pretty exciting.
I'll be honest with you. It's given me a new purpose in life.
Cool.
I'm very excited about it. Of course, physically I can't get out there and pour concrete, but I can sure tell you how to do it. But it's something that excites me. And I think what this will do is it will take a huge load off of the government, the local communities, the local law enforcement, the local hospitals. There's no veteran that should be sleeping on the streets in tents. That just brings very, very bad memories to me.
This is going to be silly.
Fortunately, when I got divorced or got discharged, I still had my mom and dad to take care of, and so they were my veterans. Was my mom and dad, because I had to take care of them. My dad was a World War II vet, had shrapnel in his back, and so my three uncles all served from World War II to Korea to Vietnam. So I have a long list of military history in my family. My son joined the Navy. Unfortunately, when he came home, he couldn't reintegrate into into
society,
from military to civilian life, and he committed suicide.
It's a big transition for a lot of people, going from manning a 50 caliber machine gun or doing mine sweeping or laying out a town for some kind of maneuver to coming back and getting into civilian life. It's very different. But Scott, I want to thank you for coming on the show. Again, we are out of time. We're over time, but I just loved having you on, and really excited about what you're going to be doing with the Veterans Project. We're going to be following that, the Veterans Project, with the team we put together, and we'll be choreographing with Denise and keeping up, and we'll have you back on and kind of follow. Everybody's anxious to see how this goes. But Denise and Scott, thank you so much for coming on. We got to move on to a commercial time, and we'll have you back.
Thank you, Reatha. Thank you, Jim. Thank you, Scott.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
I got it going.
Good work, Scott. Great work. Thank you very much for everything you've done for the veterans. Okay, Reed, with that, time to push the commercial button.
Boomers Forever Young is really making a name for themselves as an exciting nutritional company with products that really work. People from all over the country are starting to take notice. Their whole-person approach to health and wellness, combined with their unique array of powerful natural health products, are setting them apart from all the other companies in the nutrition industry. Their customers love the one-on-one free consultations and the results they experience. Sound a little too good to be true? Then go online to boomerboost.com today and sign up for a free consultation with a product specialist, or just give us a call at 1-800-861-4609. Again, that's boomerboost.com, or call 1-800-861-4609 to join the thousands already experiencing the benefits of Boomers Forever Young products.
Looking to grow and align your brand with celebrities and other established brands? Your brand is all about your entire customer experience. Everything from your logo, your website, your social media experiences, the way you answer the phone, to the way your customers experience your staff. So why not let us help you get your branding right from the start? At Easyway Promotions, we are a new class of professionals providing first-class online branding, promotion, social media, website development, editing, graphic design, public relations, media, SEO, and online advertising to give your business the competitive edge to stand out. Our highly experienced experts will not only help you increase your online presence, but also provide you with a proven online strategy to help you increase the value of your company and make acquiring new customers easier. So what are you waiting for? Contact us today and let us help you grow your business exponentially.
For more information, contact 424-209-9290 or visit easywaypromotions.com. That's letter E, letter Z. We also encourage you to like our Facebook page at Easyway Promotions.
You are about to experience Carmelita's Corner. Carmelita's song Rosebud made it to the top 40s with the godfather of soul, James Brown. She's the founder of the Rose Breast Cancer Society. Now here's your host, Carmelita Pittman.
Good morning, everyone. How are you doing out there in Radio Land? Are you ready for a great new day? A great new, brave new day? All right, now that's what I'm talking about. I'm coming your way today with a friend of the lady who is the lady of the hour. Lori Donato was scheduled to be my guest today. And, you know, as life has it sometimes, life happens, as you know. And Lori is not able to be with us today, But we're going to have her on at another time when we can give her all of the accolades that she deserves. I want to talk to you about her, though, and I'm going to bring on a very good friend, a big fan of hers, whose name is Louise Dorfman. Some of you probably know her as Cheesy Weezy. That's her stage name. But let me tell you about Lori Donato before I bring on Louise. Her artistry is graced with urbane sophistication, sly wit, and she has an incandescent musicality. Incandescent musicality, that is. She's a glamorous songstress. She told me when I spoke to her that she's been on the stage with the likes of people like Carol Channing. I'm sure many of you remember her. She was such a big presence in Hello, Dolly. We all love Carol Channing, and we love Lori Donato. The more I'm learning about her, the more I realize what a big star she is. She has a fan base worldwide. She has performed worldwide. But let me just read you her bio. That'll tell you a little bit more about her. She's introduced, as I said before, big names such as Carol Channing, who she's played with and played for. She's a accomplished pianist. When she asked me if I would sing, she said she reached charts. So, I know her from the time that she and I did a show together last year for the Southern California Motion Picture Council for their annual Christmas event. So we shared the stage, and that's how I actually met her. But I actually heard about her. Her reputation preceded her before I met her physically. And she has also, of course, many CDs. The Road Ain't No Place for a Lady is one of them. It has 12 songs, and it is basically a journey from her heart. As Donato wraps her lustrous vocals around these songs, the miles move to the rhythms. Donato's self-penned title track says best, "The road ain't no place for a lady. The road ain't no place to be, but girls, I plan to be a lady, no matter what the road does to me," quote unquote. From the smoky strains of Willie Nelson's classic Nightlife, which introduces the sweet to the hush intimacy of, quote, in the wee small hours of the morning, unquote, and finally, empowerment of, quote, I've never been to me, unquote. I love that title. These lyrics provide an enchanting and endearing text of roads traveled, songs sung, souls touched. It's been a circuitous journey, but Lori Donato has always been in the driver's seat. Growing up, she had a built-in audience, 5 brothers and sisters. In high school, she gravitated toward the choir and the stage and majored in music at the University of South Dakota. Quote, but I was always very practical, unquote, she recalls, quote, and I knew there was no living to be made in the arts. Well, this is my interjection. I can tell you about that. I know how it is. They have the joke about the starving artist, but some people really do succeed very well. But my mother was a very practical person too, so she made sure that I had a solid education to stand on, and I became an art educator for the LA Unified School District. So this is something that Laurie and I have in common. She became a school teacher, and she received her teaching credentials from UCLA. Mine from the UCLA, our friendly neighbor. She was from UCLA, and I'm from USC, and you know how that goes with the relationship between the colleges. And anyway, she directed shows as a theater teacher. And she still is an educator because she teaches vocals, and I mean she's a vocal coach, which is wonderful, and she's, as I said, an accomplished pianist. But even though she maintained a teaching job, she felt that something was missing. So she took a job working on a cruise ship and singing just for fun. But it was evident that she needed to be more in the spotlight. So that was like a magnet to her, and she gravitated to that. And she has managed to fulfill her gift, which is a God-given gift, by traveling the world and performing in cabarets, hotels, and nightclubs. And on an international odyssey from Munich to Zurich, Geneva, to Yokohama, Japan, she developed a crowd-pleasing style built on repertoire of pop, jazz, swing, originals, and standards. And she also had a one-woman show where she showcased at the Hollywood Cinegrill, and it was called The Accidental Diva, which was an autobiographical collection of songs and stories encapsulating her experiences and paying tribute to the singers who inspired her. So, I mean, she, as you can see from this bio, is an accomplished singer, performer, and I have the privilege and pleasure of bringing on somebody who is a big, big fan of hers, and also somebody who's been in my life, who's been a wind, so to speak, beneath my wings, because she's also an associate, and I'm going to announce her as an honorary member of the Rose Breast Cancer Society because she has been so supportive. Louise Dorfman, are you there?
I certainly am, and wow, Carmelita, just hearing the technical things about Lori are mind-blowing to me. I am one of her biggest fans because she is so generous. She really knows her craft. And my friend Jamie Schmidt first took me to Oil Can Harry's, where I used to go in the 70s, but now on Sunday afternoons once a month, Lori has complete reign of it and brings in cabaret. And all the singers in Los Angeles know about this, and it's extra great because a lot of people might want to work on an audition piece or whatever. And Lori, in her experience, can calm an audience while the band tunes the right key. And that, to me, is amazing, to take a show within a show. And also just for sheer entertainment, the singers love to come and sing. And it's really fun there because they take the pool table and bring potluck feasts, and Tommy the bartender is a person who knows everybody's order without them even opening their mouth. So Oil Can Harry's is a place that is so much fun. However, Lori is so full of spirit. She'll even go to other places and venues to watch people perform. She just is so lovely that way with her talent to be able to walk in and park her ego to other clubs, whereas a lot of people in this town can't do it. Lori also, I might add, doesn't even have a wrinkle on her gorgeous face, which is amazing, and she attributes that to using coconut oil, believe it or not, and she is a fashion maven, let me tell you. Everything about Lori matches, but she can always put on some glitz in the afternoon and make it look just totally like it belongs there. And she has the most terrifically styled hair that is always accentuated with a lovely, lovely hair ornament. And her deep, sultry voice is just so mesmerizing to listen to. I have all of her CDs, and I just love her to pieces. But her knowledge of the musical industry, as I said, a lot of people, when they do a show, they just do a polished act. At Oil Can Harry's, which is so much fun, is we can start a performance and go, no, I want us to take that over. Or Lori will even say, hey, why don't you take that over? And I was really, really lucky. At a raffle for a charity, Lori donated a lesson with her for $250. And I brought my tape recorder, brought my friend Jamie Schmidt. We took a cab there and recorded the whole thing while Lori interviewed my voice and determined out of my 5 octaves I only had between 3.5 and 4 left, which she broke the news so gently to me I was able to absorb it with my old age body. She made that sound perfectly normal. However, the tape recorder wasn't on when we were doing it. And another funny thing that happened to me at Oil Can Harry's, it's kind of dark in there. And one time I thought I was going to be sitting in this luscious chair. It was a conga drum case. And I fell flat on my derriere. So I have some wonderful, fun experiences with Lori, but I just cannot say how talented she is. She can take a keyboard anywhere and entertain anyone. And I just find that so amazing that she can sing and play at the same time and not even sit down. She can stand up and do it. And she has control over everything. Everybody is willing to cooperate with her because she is so calm when she is doing a performance or helping other people perform. And I've never really seen that. I haven't, especially in my 52 years of living in Los Angeles. I really have a total respect now for cabaret. It's one thing to be in a recording studio and have everything perfect, but to be on a live stage and just experiment or just do a piece just because it's something you love to do. Betty Bonaducci is a regular there, Mary Bogue, Janet S. Blake, Larry Davis, Elliot Zweibach sometimes stops by. He writes for Cabaret Magazine, and Peter Levy is the producer of that. And we're trying to keep cabaret live entertainment going. You know, this is a digital age where people just push a button, but you know, Lori makes it so much fun to drop into Oil Can Harry. And Terry Cole used to do the lighting, and the stage is just gorgeous. And it's so much fun, and Lori makes it that way. And as I said, she directs. She taught high school. She's just, I can't tell you how much I admire her, Carmelita.
Well, listen, Louise, I'm keeping one eye on the clock so we can stay here on track, but I wish you could tell us more about it. We're going to have you come back as your own personality because, as everybody can probably tell listening to you, you are quite the personality yourself, and I would say a social gadfly. You know everybody. I think you almost know as many people as I do. But anyway, I have officially crowned you as a honorary member of the Rose Breast Cancer Society today on the air in the presence of 1 million people worldwide.
Oh my gosh.
So welcome, Louise.
My gosh.
We've only been knowing each other for I don't know how many years, I can't count them, but I want to thank you. Thank you for coming on. You've been one of my greatest supporters.
Oh, yes.
Let you know how much I love you and appreciate you for that, too.
But you were always so rehearsed and so perfect in your performances that what I'm talking about with Lori is people really come there. And these, as I said, are people who are out there, and they'll say, hey, let's take it over, and let's start from the top, or let's go back a couple of bars. And Lori can do it like a quarter horse stopping on a dime. And that is
that's
just
amazing.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Yeah, that's amazing.
There's no ego. There's no ego. It's all the love of the art and the craft.
Yes. Well,
and
thank you again, Louise.
And thank you for making me a member for real. I mean, I didn't want this to be about me, but I mean, I'm sweating.
Oh. Yeah, well, you've been a big support over the years, and I appreciate it. And so,
for
also,
you in Radioland, if you just imagine a fashion magazine where everything matches from toes to top of hair, that is Lori Donato. Everything, every hair is in place. It almost looks like a wig. It's such a perfect head of hair.
Well,
I want her nationality.
Yeah,
oh my
she's
gosh.
a beautiful woman. She's a beautiful
and she's
woman.
So generous, donating things to other people and other charities. That is just so kind and
We're
nice.
Gonna have to get her. We're going to have to get her on the Easy Way cares. That's also a nonprofit now, and of course the Rose Breast Cancer Society. So on that note, we're going to have to let you go, Louise, until the next time.
Thank you very much for letting me talk about this lovely human being that I really admire and adore.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Smartphone, cell phone, PC, Mac, tablet, iPad. That's right. It's tech time.
Well, radio boomers, I know back in the day they used to say, how do you get rich? And they'd say, you just have to build a better mousetrap. Well, they actually have built a better mousetrap. With all this heat that we're having here in California, the wildfires, all the building that's going on around the city, there's suddenly an influx of mice and rats into the city. That's not even mentioning the possums and squirrels and all the other ones. But the ones that we're going to talk about today are the mice. And they have actually come up with better mice traps. First, we're going to talk about the sonic plugs that you can use. They keep the mice out of your house. They're electronic. You just plug them into a plug, and they emit a sound that is so high that the dogs don't even hear it, but it does affect the mice and other rodents, and it keeps them out of your house. So you can put them in each room, and it emits this sound that you can't hear as a human, and it scares them away. They may come in, but they'll hear it, and they'll run back out. But sometimes you already have them in your attic, maybe in a back room or somewhere, a closet. They've made their way in, and you want to get rid of them. If you're like me, I'm not using an old-fashioned mouse trap that goes snap and you get the wiggly mouse in the trap for hours until it dies. No, they came up with something new. It's a smart kill electronic mouse trap. You put the mouse trap down. It's like a little chamber. You put a little peanut butter, a little cheese, a little bait inside of it. You set it up so it actually alerts you on your phone when the mouse is in there. And when the mouse climbs into this little chamber, it electrocutes them. Now, I know there are those of you that do not want to electrocute even a mouse. So some of them you can get that aren't electronic. You put the bait in there, they climb in there, and then the door snaps closed. It's also run on batteries. The door snaps closed. And then you can come and remove the mouse trap and take the mouse far from your home and set it free again. As for me, sorry, I'm going to have to take him out because I'm not going to touch a live mouse even though it's inside of a chamber. So it actually hooks up to your wireless network through your Wi-Fi. It sends a signal to your phone, and it says, I've caught a mouse. Not literally. It just sends you a signal, and you know that a mouse is now trapped inside. So you can put it back behind things. You don't have to check it. Your phone will let you know. then you can go right in, you open up the chamber and just shake that little thing out into the trash, and you have become pest-free. So they have actually built a better mousetrap. It is a smart mousetrap, and it actually helps rid your house of any vermin you happen to have. So that's my tech time for today. Let's move on to Jim and his gems.
And yes,
okay, baby boomers, it's time for gems from Jim.
Gems. I have to find that box of gems around the house. Anyway, we have a real gem coming on here, and I had to have someone on that's this lady has an unbelievable heart, and she is unbelievably talented. And you hear these comments, you go, okay, but it is absolutely true. Her name is Patty Godfrey Sadler, and she is a publisher, an author, a grandmother, and I'll tell you what, I just want to get her on right now because I want to talk to her about the event and her book and her experiences. Patty, you on with us?
Can you hear me?
Okay. There she is. Hi, Patty.
Hi,
Welcome
how
to
are
the
you?
show. You're on with
Well,
Reatha, Gray, and myself.
Hi, Reatha.
Well, I just want to thank you for coming on because I know it's been a real whirlwind for you, and I don't know how you do it because you have 50 people calling you. I suppose you'd be what's called a what do they say, multi-talented, yeah, but when you could do several things at the same time, what do they call that? Whatever that's called.
Multitasker.
Yeah, there you go. Tasker, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But, Patty, I'll tell you what, everybody's been talking about the show. People have been on the show today, and all the buzz that's going on with with Eric's show that we just did for Chalk Children's Foundation, the Easy Way Gala, Golden Carpet. Wasn't that kind of cool? That golden carpet was quite a look, wasn't it?
Oh, the gold carpet was absolutely beautiful, and it was really stunning, and it was different, and I think it was just perfect. And I love the new idea to have the golden carpet.
Oh, it was, yeah. It was just when I first saw it, I thought, wow, this is pretty cool. It kind of adds a different flair, and there was a lot of gold there that night. Everybody was wearing a gold dress or a gold scarf or handkerchief or something. I don't know if I saw any gold slippers, but there probably was that too. And the awards and the auction, Chalk Children's Foundation, it was pretty amazing. And you with the book that you put together, the influence effect. Tell me about that. That was that, you ever do a book like that before?
Well, that was our first collaboration. Oh, Jim, let me tell you, that was a miraculous event. We had 38 authors and celebrities that collaborated on a book for Eric, and we started this book now it's 4 weeks ago. I had literally 3.5 weeks to get it published and on its way to Eric's door. And I'll tell you what, everybody just came together. They provided me the information for their part, and we just ran it through like a production line. Everybody in my business on my team was all hands on deck, and I got to hold that book in my hand just the other night, and it was just amazing.
Yeah, Patty, we know it's like the tip of the iceberg. You see the beautiful car and you get on driver's license, but what it takes to plan that and put it together, that's
right.
Wow. That was quite an amazing team we had, professional people that were just hardworking, and but it does take quite a bit of resources to put all that together. But what came together was really something.
A lot of people might think that you're just, if you haven't written a book, then you'll never understand really the kind of labor of love that it is. But for those that have, to collaborate 38 people, first of all, in any short amount of time is a feat in itself. And, it had to go through editing. It had to go through, we had to create some of the content. We had to get all the content from the authors. We had to edit it, and we don't just edit it once. We edit it like 2 or 3 times. And then we go through formatting, and we actually had an issue with the formatting, had to redo that. And we still had it done in 3.5 weeks. That's amazing. And was amazing. you have some top people that participated in the book. Right. That's interesting in itself. Great team. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Yeah, and the authors that are in the book, there's a lot of knowledge, everything's like at the event, everything's under one roof with all the speakers, the top speakers in the world in your book that you put together. It's kind of like that too. Just real quick, because we got a short time here. It's a lot of work putting a book together. What got you into that, where you thought it'd be interesting to be a publisher? Well, interesting enough, I need to work at home. I care for my mother, who is 91, and so really it's all God. I really wasn't going to be a publisher when I became an author. It wasn't even an interest of mine. But the resources came together, and I found I had a real talent for it. And as I started putting books together for other people, I just found I actually had a real love for it. Well, you're pretty good at what you do, that's for sure. Well, I appreciate that. I love it. I love to see a project finished. So it's pretty great. So in today's age, compared to doing this 10 years ago, a big difference, I suppose, on the computer. That helps. Oh yeah, I mean, 10 years ago, I can't even imagine the feat that an author would have to get a book published, because not only did they not have the tools, they probably had a manual typewriter. They'd have to type out the whole manuscript. They'd have to submit it to all these agents and try to get it approved, and then somebody would have to accept it, and then it would have, it's just a whole different age now. Yeah, which is a positive thing, helps get, well, like you could take a whole paragraph and just, square in on it, make it disappear and go to another place. I mean, it's so beneficial. And what you put together, I don't know, where do you plan on going next? We have to wrap up some. What's ahead on you? And you've worked with Easy Way and Eric. Okay. Has that changed anything for you? It has changed everything. Working with Eric has been a life-changing experience, and I expect it to be a lifetime commitment. Moving forward, let me just say really quick that we are launching Heart Talks. We just launched it Friday, and Heart Talks is similar to TED Talks, but it's all about unconditional love and healing. So this platform is now open for submission, and you can go to hearttalks.pro and just if you're interested in sharing your story and getting it out there to make a difference in the world, please message me, because we're creating that platform to do just that. So that's hearttalks.pro. And if you're interested in publishing a book, go to newlifeclarity.com. Thank you, Patty, and thank you for coming on, because I know you're so busy. You're probably ready to jump into your next book. And we'll be talking soon. Yeah, ready to get to work. Thank you, Patty. Okay, so that was Patty Godfrey-Sadler, and she is the magician publisher. She is nothing gets by her. I mean, when it's done, it's perfect. She's the type that crosses every T and dots every I. And with that, we're going to move on to we have a segment on here, Baby Boomer Benefits with Jerry Kane, and Jerry's off today. So we're going to bring on another special guest. And, there's people that give and people that give big time. And this gentleman, Sean D. Stewart, will not move ahead while he's perfecting his craft unless he figures out ways of helping the person that he's going to be working with, and entertainment and so on, and mentoring and counseling and so on and so forth.
as far as being on stage, that's what he does. He's the founder of Rock Your Gift Events, discovering and bringing out talents on stage, coaching and mentoring them, building your multimedia outlets, Rock Your Gift TV, via the Easy Way events. And he has something in common with Eric for sure, is that his excitement is seeing others prosper. So with that, do we have Sean on with us?
I am here, if you can hear me.
There he is. Hello, Sean. Welcome to the show.
Hey, how's it
Radio
going?
Boomer.
Thanks so much for having me.
Now, I don't know if you're a radio or a baby boomer yet, but boy, what you do is amazing. And without people like you, there's a lot of people that wouldn't know where to go or what to do. And you grab them by the collar and say, okay, let's sit down and here's the path you take. Here's how you do it. And you just have the enjoyment of seeing them succeed. That's really interesting. What's got you involved in this kind of work?
Well, I always was called to inspire people to live their best life. When I was a little kid, my mom introduced me to books from people like Wayne Dyer, Deepak Chopra, Marianne Williamson. I was obsessed with self-help books at a young age. And, anytime somebody would hand me like a fiction book or something else, I would just basically like not be interested. I just wanted to read about how you could make your world change by your thoughts and things like that. So that was who I've always been. And so, once I got at high school, I had this interesting moment where I had this senior project. I got to skip all these math and science classes to do this project. And I ended up doing it on a book that was called The Precious Present, which was about the present moment. And the funny thing was that I forgot my notes. And so I had to be present, and I shared this in front of the whole class. I kind of impromptu shared this idea about being present that was based on this book. And then some kid came up to me and he said, you remind me of Tony Robbins. And I had never heard of Tony at that point, and it threw me in a path to basically learn from Tony and follow, some of these other people. And so it took me a while. I was doing music for about 15 years in Los Angeles, producing albums, being on stages, doing all kinds of things around music. But then this calling within me to actually see people change and create results never left. And so in 2010, I actually moved to Hawaii, and that's when I actually studied under Tony Robbins, and I started to build a coaching business and started to really actualize this bigger vision of really changing lives.
I have his course. I'm looking at it up on my shelf up here. It's the Tony Robbins course 30-something years ago. But I'll tell you, there's a big buzz for September 21st, the Golden Stage out here in Mission Viejo that's coming together with a lot of big names in the business. I suppose you're familiar with that. And you're going to be part of it. Definitely. And there's some influential people that are going to be on board here. And now this should do right up to what you're doing. Sean D. Stewart wants to help artists and get them on track. This is the kind of event that could do it, right?
This is a great opportunity for the blend of business and creativity. Everything I do is bridging those two worlds. And, I help artists, but I also help entrepreneurs. I help healers. I help, I'm right in that space where I can help somebody grow their business. If they aren't creative, help them bring more creativity into it. And if they're creative, help them bring more of that business structure. So I really look at what I'm about as bridging those two spaces. And that upcoming event will be a great opportunity for me to see some great performances and also for me to share some of my gifts from stage too.
Wow. And that's going to be at Tapas in Mission Viejo and by the Kaleidoscope. What do you see happening with it's such a change in every business. I mean, retail stores, in every aspect of business. Banking is changing. I see banking's just, you walk in the bank, there's nobody there anymore. It's all animated now.
Right.
How is this affecting your craft as far as music? Getting the music out there. It's totally different for you, right?
Well, yeah. So it's actually exactly where I got into the coaching space about 10 years ago. Is I saw there was a future that was coming, and I wanted to be on the cutting edge. I studied from some of the best minds and futurists in the entrepreneur space early on, and they were talking about this wave that was coming of kind of the digital entrepreneur. And I was just really excited about being somebody who was going to be ahead of the game. And so I worked very hard early on to really learn internet marketing as well as learn all these different skill sets, because here I was, this creative, like an artist who had albums and performed on stages, totally coming from that starving artist mindset originally. And then I built myself into this entrepreneur with a wealth-based mindset and with all kinds of skill sets for the future. And so to answer your question, I mean, I basically knew this was coming, where a lot of the jobs and a lot of the structures that we consider to be stable. It's funny, I said on stage at my last Rock Your Gift event, I said, in our parents' day, the most stable thing you could do is become like a lawyer or a doctor, right? And nowadays, the most stable thing you can do is become an internet entrepreneur. Like the thing that would actually seem the least stable is the most stable. And the thing that used to be the most stable is the least stable. That's what's happening. And so if people really want to jump onto having like a secure future, you have to learn certain skill sets that take you away from being an employee and in a job setting and into a world where you are basically in control of your world by having a business, by having a product, by having things online, and by realizing that everything is moving virtual, and a lot of the skills that we used to take for granted as stable are just falling away, including even driving cars, you know what I mean? So it's a changing world.
It is totally. And you mentioned ahead of the game, so you met Eric, and, he's definitely on not even the cutting edge. He's out in the future.
He's
talking about ahead of the game. So you met Eric. What did you think of coming across Eric and his skills?
Well, it was like him and I were like two guys that were meant to meet. It was very exciting when I met him at this event, and I knew that he also had a background in hip hop, and we both shared this interest in this merging space between entertainment and business, and it was just like, oh my gosh, we need to connect. So it was just this kind of spark where I was like, I got to know this guy, and vice versa, and so we hit it off immediately.
You guys are definitely on the same page, because same thing. He did the freestyling, and he would really shock people on the carpets with his skills, and then came home, built a little studio, and from that they said you need beats, and you got to go purchase beats for all this stuff you're doing. So he created his own, and he had a book, and he did all these, choreographed them on the computer. Yeah, just pages and pages he'd make out, and people say, "Where'd you get these beats?" And he made them himself. So you guys definitely have that in common. Plus, they're wanting to help others, because he doesn't want to move forward unless he sees he's taking somebody with him. And you have Les Brown with this situation with the Golden Stage. This is gonna really. I mean,
that's
talking
actually,
about.
Just so I'm clear, that Les Brown event is October 6th through 8 in Los Angeles. That'll be after the Golden Stage one. My Rock Your Gift event, October 6th through 8 with Les Brown and Lisa Sasevich. That is my event, my 3-day event, which is the first conscious hip-hop concert meets transformation-based seminar, business seminar. And it's all about helping coaches, speakers, aspiring leaders, influencers to become the go-to expert in their space by helping them create innovative concepts, innovative brands, innovative events, innovative things like Eric's doing, like I'm doing, to have people go, whoa, I've never seen that before. Like me bridging hip hop and coaching in one space. That's something that people go, whoa, I've never seen somebody get up there and teach on stage and then flip into a rap or a spoken word piece. And I want to help people to find their X factor. Everyone's got one, and I want to help them stand out. And then with Eric's help and a bunch of other people, we're going to talk about ways to create platform, whether through media or like Patty was just on. She's going to be there helping people get on stages, other people talking about how they can use joint venture partners to grow their business. So it's all about how to get your message out and become a go-to expert in your space. So that's Rock Your Gift on October 6th. Right?
Oh. And then, just in a brief, how does this benefit an artist?
So,
there's probably,
right.
What would you say a pinpoint?
for an artist specifically, we were just talking about the changing of things, right? Like things that we used to consider solid are changing. Well, the artist needs to change too. The artist needs to realize that it's the era of the artist entrepreneur. The entrepreneur needs to be merged in with the artist. The artist needs to stop thinking about trying to get signed or trying to get people to buy their art from the old school perspective of I need the masses to recognize me or I need somebody to find me. That's dead. What we need to do as creatives is step into a range where we become our own managers and promoters, and we create other ways of income streams that are not dependent on the masses. Like, for instance, one of the things I teach creatives is how this is actually something that I was taught by one of my mentors. So I want to give credit where credit is due, but there's a way in which you can sell your song for a high ticket dollar. Like, instead of trying to get 5,000 people or let's say 500 people or something to get a CD at $10 a pop, right? And you know, make 5,000. What if you could sell one song to one person for $5,000 or $10,000? And you can do that when you think like an entrepreneur. And that's one example of how you need to start thinking. Instead of trying to sell to the masses, go niche down and find the people who you can solve problems for, and you can have a whole successful, you know, career and not be dependent on getting signed or even having 1 million followers. Now, on the flip side, I definitely want to help people get a huge fan base. So it's not just about being small, but I want artists to start thinking from the perspective of profitability and moving out of the starving artist mindset. So that's specifically one of the ways in which I help creatives.
Yeah, and what I meant to say is that your event with Les Brown basically is the perfect piggyback from the Golden Stage event on September 21st. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Well, see,
I highly recommend you go to the Golden Stage. That's going to be fun.
You're on a Baby Boomer show, and we're like Eric's show, but in slow motion, and we make a lot more mistakes. But, you know, this is really exciting, and Sean, thanks for coming on. I give you a lot of credit for what you do. And, you know, you basically change lives. It sounds corny, but the tips that you give artists, like just what you were saying today, they have to change. They have to adapt and to move forward. And, you know, if you don't have this, you can have a skill, a voice or whatever, but it doesn't go anywhere unless you choreograph it right. But I want to thank you for coming on, Sean. We're out of time, and we're looking
James,
really
let me just share really quick. Let me just make sure for those people that are interested in Rock Your Gift, they go to rockyourgift.com. And just so you know, just as a person listening to this show, you can get a special ticket. Right now, it's at $197 for the ticket, but you can actually go to rockyourgift.com/special-offer, and you can get a $97 ticket. And just go to rockyourgift.com and check it out and learn more. And if you want to sign up on our newsletter, there's a way to do that there too.
Well, Sean, you did good, because that was going to be one of my closers, and now I don't have to do that because this is going to be a home run for you guys. This is exciting. It's all exciting. But thank you, Sean, for coming on, and looking forward to seeing you down there. And with that, guys,
you too, James.
Sean D. Stewart, Rock Your Gift, and we're going to move on to remember, next week Radio Boomers Live, and I'll tell you, it's all exciting, but Baby Boomers out there, and what we tell everybody is keep moving, keep the faith, and we'll just keep going. And tune in next Monday morning, 10 o'clock, Radio Boomers Live, signing out. Bye, guys.
Boomers Forever Young is really making a name for themselves as an exciting nutritional company with products that really work. People from all over the country are starting to take notice. Their whole person approach to health and wellness, combined with their unique array of powerful natural health products, are setting them apart from all the other companies in the nutrition industry. Their customers love the one-on-one free consultations and the results they experience. Sound a little too good to be true? Then go online to boomerboost.com today and sign up for a free consultation with a product specialist, or just give us a call at 1-800-861-4609. Again, that's boomerboost.com, or call 1-800-861-4609 to join the thousands already experiencing the benefits of Boomers Forever Young products.
Thank you for listening to Radio Boomers Live with your hosts, Reatha Gray, star Betty White's Off Their Rockers, and Easy's dad, Jim Zuley. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter at Radio Boomers Live. Radio Boomers Live is brought to you by the Easy Way Broadcasting Network. That's the letter E, the letter Z, Broadcasting Network.